Hey everybody, welcome back to another week in my life. I love just kind of showing normal, slow life, even though sometimes it doesn't feel quite as slow. You also will have to, well, I don't have to. I think it's cute. But Caspian has been around playing, and he has definitely been getting his voice lately. And it's not just a voice, he's had that for a long time. It is screaming, and he loves to scream and be very vocal. So you will definitely be hearing that. But hope you guys enjoy this week in my life. I'm showing a lot of different fun clips from our anniversary, a lot of cooking, and trying out new things. So let's get into this. Before we do, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you could share this video with a couple of people that you know, that would help me out tremendously. Let's get into this. So to start out this week in my life, we went down to St. George, Utah for our anniversary trip and took a little man with us. We stopped in good old Beaver, Utah for some ice cream, some other dairy stuff like cheeses and milk and all the fun stuff. And then afterwards we were just hanging out in the car, and little Caspian got to do a little bit of driving, which he definitely loved. Hey baby, you needed help? You sure you didn't need help?
It doesn't help when I get a text. Hey, and this, and that. Oh, and don't forget this. Don't forget that.
So normally when I'm visiting St. George, I love to do outdoors things and hiking, but it was really hot, above 100, and we just did not want to go out in the heat. So we did a lot of things inside, ate a bunch of yummy food, we went to the pet store, did a lot of thrift shopping, which we did on our actual honeymoon, so we did that again. And Logan actually got me this new hat for our anniversary, which I loved and definitely had to keep wearing. And then we also went to this gun store kind of thing, and it has some really, really cool, whatever these machine guns are. They're really awesome. So we got back from our trip, and I was checking a whole bunch of eggs I got from my parents' house. A lot of these are actually from our chickens. I don't think I mentioned, but we have gotten some chickens, but we cannot keep them at our house, and so we have been keeping them at my parents' house. And so these are just a mix because they're a mix with their chickens at the moment. But I wanted to make sure that none were bad because I've been getting so many. You want to double check. So you can see there's some floating, and those ones were dumped out, and we will not be using any of those. But afterwards I started working on making some chicken nuggets and then some like potato chunk things for dinner, and definitely yummy. We love making the chicken nuggets so much. And I also love just being able to wear Caspian on my back. He loves anytime he can just be around us and being a part of things. It's definitely his favorite part of everything. So back to the chicken nuggets. How I make these is a very very lazy way of making chicken nuggets. So for my breading, I put in panko, breadcrumbs, some flour, an egg or two, some milk, and then I actually have this like steak seasoning that I'll put in. And I know I should really put these into like separate bowls and do that, but right now, you know, that's how life is. I just throw everything into one big bowl and then cut up the chicken and put it all into there, and then I just like dip the chicken into it and then put it into our air fryer, usually for about 13 minutes. I know everyone's air fryer is a little different, so that's going to depend on how long you cook it up. And for the potatoes, I honestly don't know how I cook them up, but I know I dice them and then put them in with some oil and then a bunch of different seasonings, but they were really yummy too. And I probably will definitely be doing more potatoes like this for sure. After I got dinner all set, I started working on making some homemade buns. So I got those all started so the next day I could finish making them. Good morning, y'all. I don't know if this is the beginning of the vlog or I'm in the middle at this point. I don't even know when the last time I filmed. Life has been super crazy. And we have had shows. We just had a show of our last booth. We have one more this weekend. And then we went to Bear Lake. The next day after that, I have the oven on and I'm wanting the butter to melt. Bear Lake, and then yeah, we went to Bear Lake. Just got back last night, and then we have another booth this weekend on top of demolition derby. So next week, I'm like, I just want a slow life. I want to get into doing more cooking and just have fun in the house because this summer has been crazy and I've not done hardly any of that. So, hoping to get a lot more of that. Also, even though it is crazy, I still have to do some normal things, which means I'm going to need to do some sourdough. So we're also starting to start right now. Getting this all mixed, my pre-mix with all the separation. I always mix it before. I don't know what everyone else does, but this works for me. Doing it this way. So, this will be nice. Glad to be home. It's always just better sleeping in our bed. We didn't sleep too well. But Bear Lake, first coming out. But it was really fun because we were with a lot of family and family times. Always fun. It's nice to be back. Now it's just catching up. We went on the trip. It definitely left the house in a disaster because we were in a hurry. Because I know everyone's different. I'm a planner. I usually plan everything way ahead. And for Bear Lake, just because everything was going on, it just didn't happen. And I literally packed right before we went. So luckily we really didn't forget anything, just some small things. But when we left, our house was left a horrible mess because I was trying to get some baking done too for it, and just so much that was going on. So nice to have. Got home yesterday and did a little bit of cleaning, threw in a load of cloth diapers, threw some dishes in. So the house is not a horrible disaster today. That's just one thing after another, you know. Cool. But not really looking forward to work today. I've been out and I got a little tiny bit done when I was out there, but we were so busy that I didn't get as much as I was hoping. I gotta take a full-on break when I'm on trips, but it's our busy time at work. So I wanted to try to get ahead of all that, so I'll probably go log in today, and my emails are really crazy. But I can interview and do a bunch of stuff, so that should be fun. I'll show you. Hopefully I get some stuff done today. We have a lot of cleaning that needs to be done. A lot of projects. I hope that I got some bug bites, and I've been really wanting to make, I think it's an Amish bug balm, whatever. And I probably have all the ingredients, and since I got some kind of weird bug bites on a trip, I'll make that, so on my lunch break, I got out and went on a little walk with Caspian to get some fresh air, and honestly, he loves his stroller rides. A little bit later, I started working on making some bagels because we're out, and y'all know I love my sourdough bagels. So I pulled out my start and all my ingredients. Now I really want to do a full video on my bagel recipe because I make them so much, and I've definitely perfected and changed things from the original recipe that I got this from, and a lot of things I've learned, at least in my area of the United States, on the best things to do with it. So I really want to do a little video on that afterwards. You know, I was talking about I want to do that Amish bug balm thingy. Well, I realized I needed some calendula flower oil that it had been, what is it, with the oil seeped in where, I don't even know, but I needed to sit. Oh, the oil infused. Calendula flower oil infused stuff, so I put the flowers into the oil so then they can infuse and get ready. And I'm filming this video almost a month later, and they're still being infused. So yeah, just know there'll be plenty infused. Normally you only need that for 2 weeks, but in this case, it's gonna be a lot. After I got the oil starting to infuse, I went and put it in my, the fluid water, my mixture for my cloth diapers is about a pint of water and then 2 tablespoons of Castile soap, and I just put that into my reusable wipies in their container, and then they are set. So this day I was cooking my bagels, so I just take them in and I boil them in water that had a tablespoon of baking soda and a tablespoon of sugar, and this will just get them that nice bagely finish on top. Now after that, I started working on sorting out my supplements for the week. My current supplements include a probiotic, vitamin C, beef liver, and sometimes they have zinc in there too, depending on what sicknesses and what I've been exposed to as well. So after that, I wanted to take little man on a walk, so I was trying to put him some layers on because it was a little chillier this day, so I wanted to make sure that he was all ready. And then we ended up not even a long walk because there was a storm coming and it came in pretty quick, so we had to cut our walk short and head back home. But I thought it was kind of cool looking, so I definitely had to show you guys some clips of it. For dinner that night, I made some Swedish meatballs, and these are definitely some of my favorite things for dinner, and were super delicious. I'll just share the recipe sometime, but they were really good. I hope you guys like watching this video and found it entertaining. If you did, please share it with a couple friends. It really helped me to grow, and I will see you guys hopefully next week. Hope you have a great day, great night. God bless.